All right, welcome everybody to Monday. Today's topic is being intentional. My name is Nick Couch. I'm an independent promoter with the amazing company Prove It. So let's dive straight into it this morning. Our topic, being intentional. Are you intentional about your goals? Are you intentional about your time? Are you intentional about your trial packs? Are you intentional about visualization and manifestation and spending some quality time with yourself and where you're going? Like, you have to have intention. Like, your intention while you're on the Zoom needs to be to take everything in and apply it and things like that. And then, like, we did our social media training 2 Saturdays ago with Shelly about how to expand your network with Instagram. Are you being intentional every day when you're on there? Are you being intentional with connecting with people and searching your hashtags and maybe a target area? Like, I know Kelly is very, very focused on connecting and expanding your network with Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Some of you might be trying to target other areas, and maybe you're just working on your local area. There's a lot of things that we can do with these trainings, but you have to be intentional. If you sit down for an hour to work, but you're playing games on your phone and you're checking Snapchat or you're on the news or you're watching random YouTube videos, that's not being intentional with your time. I forget who it was recently. They said buy a 5-minute hourglass and say you sit down for 30 minutes, set it for 5 minutes and just focus for that 5 minutes. And then when the hourglass runs out, flip it over and focus for 5 minutes and do that over and over and over again until your time expires. Now, there's lots of book recommendations that I could give you based around the neuroscience and what it's like to be intentional and visualization and affirmations and all these things, but we are already reading other books. I don't want to get anybody thinking that, like, I need to go read a different book. I didn't finish this book, and then you're all over the place. Let's be intentional with, let's finish the book that you're working on. But the same thing goes, like, when you're sending out your trial packs, are you handwriting cards in there? Are you being intentional that this person that gets this 10-day, you handwrite on the card, like, I'm excited for you to taste ketones, experience ketones, but I can't wait to hear how your energy, mood, sleep, focus, and fat loss are, whatever. Are you being intentional? Are you putting it out to the world that they're going to have an amazing experience? And then when you're showing up to do things in person, like whether it's a Starbucks coffee one-on-one, whether you're putting 40 people in a hotel conference room, whether you're having a little promoter get together, a keto life party, when you arrive there, what is your intention? Because your mind's going to go where your intention is. If you show up like, 2 people showed up, I was expecting 20, bummer, you're not going to put off good energy. It's not going to be good. If you show up and you rock that exactly the way you intended to, if there was 100 people there. So it really needs to, your energy goes where your focus is. So you need to focus, you need to put the intentions out there that this is going to be the best dang keto life party we've ever had. Whether 1 person shows up or 100 people show up. This Zoom, we're a little low on attendance today. It's okay. I'm still bringing you my energy. I'm still bringing you intensity. I'm still delivering the content with intention. So it works, guys. Like, I wouldn't even lie. 5 to 10 years ago, if you would have told me, like, manifest things into your life or intention or any of that stuff, I would have thought like it was some hokey pokey, witchy woo woo. Like, if I just think it, it's going to happen. Or if I just put out to the world, into the universe, it's going to come back to me. Which goes to, I'm not recommending you read this, but Kelly must have moved it. It was there. It's not there now. But anyways, there's a book by Paul Coelho called The Alchemist. He talks about it in there. Like, this stuff isn't made up. Like, it's real science. You can watch the documentary, The Secret. You can read the book, The Secret. There's tons of podcasts and audiobooks and Dr. Joe Dispenza. And there's a lot of people that teach on this. Joseph McClendon. It's not make-believe. It's not made up. Like, you have to be intentional with everything you do. Like, down to time management, to getting work done. Yes, The Slight Edge I see in the comment. That's another great book. But guys, this is real deal stuff that you just have to focus your intention on what you're trying to achieve. Like, if you go out and say, oh, I can never afford that $1 million home, you're never going to afford that $1 million home. If you say, oh, if you say it like it's already in existence, like I live in $1 million home on 5 acres with chickens in a vegetable garden, whatever. If you start talking like it already happens, if your goal list looks like it already happens, like my intention of my goal list. So every day I open up my notes app and I have in my notes little bullet points and I have goals. So I say some of those things like I fly first class with TSA pre-check and clear. I get chauffeured to the airport so I can work, rest, and relax. I'm saying it as I'm already doing it. Like I get chauffeured, not someday I'll get chauffeured. I get, like it's happening. I already have my rank goal. I have some little goals, some new things I want. Like I have a beverage refrigerator stocked with Keto Up. Who doesn't want that? Like, and then as you start achieving these goals, like it'll come to life. You can start crossing them off and moving them to the top. So you can start looking at all the things that you've already achieved and all the stuff that you want to achieve. You can do a vision board. You can go get a big sheet of cardboard or poster board and you can get magazines and you can cut out all these cool stickers of the desk you want, the kitchen you want, the house you want, the car you want, the money and income, the family, the community, the lifestyle. You can put that board up and I promise you, I've seen it hundreds of times. I have some friends that have recently sent me pictures of their vision board with things on them checked off. If you start looking, if you hang a vision board on your wall and you look at it every day, your brain starts to go to that place. Those things on your vision board will come true. I promise you. I forget what I was watching. There was a guy that made a vision board and he moved and it was rolled up in a closet. He found that like 5 years later, and when he unrolled it, the house that he was living in looked almost identical to the house on his vision board. So, guys, I know this might sound a little far-fetched. Like, I'm just going to talk like it's happening. I'm going to think like it's happening, but it's real. And then if you want to take it a notch further, say you, like for me personally, like I want a 2019 Cadillac CTS V, 6.2 liter V8, supercharged, automatic transmission, white with charcoal wheels, with carbon fiber trim, with like, I already visually know what it looks like. I went to the dealership. They won't let you test drive it until you do a credit app and you're ready to buy it. Like I'm not ready to buy it yet, but I want it. I have pictures on my phone that I look at daily. I have an album in my phone that I have all my pictures of goals and things that I want in there. And I go look at it every single day. I drive by the dealership. It's sitting outside. I look at it every day. I tell people about it every day. I had the guy at the dealership start it and rev the engine. I know what it sounds like. I know what the exhaust fumes smell like. I sat in the car. I felt the leather. I touched the stitching. I played with the electronics. I felt what the seats felt like. I felt like you have to visually go and do things and be intentional. Like, if I'm ever going to get it, I need to know what it's going to be like. I need to feel it, smell it, touch it, have pictures on my phone, have an album. You can go on Pinterest and you can make a secret board and you can put all these pictures from Pinterest of the house you want, the cars you want, the grass you want, the garden you want, the flowers you want, the swimming pool you want, the jacuzzi, the hot tub, the curtains, the decorations, the artwork, the furniture, the headboard. Like, if you don't, it's like going in without GPS and you start just driving. When you hit a dead end, what do? You sit there and hope that someday they'll come and extend the road? No, you put in your GPS where you're going and it'll navigate you. If you hit a road closure or a dead end, it'll reroute you. You have to know where you're going if you're ever going to get there. And you have to do it with intention. If you think it, your subconscious, like if you go out with negative language, your subconscious is going to go to a negative place. So get intentional with your goals. Make a vision board, make a vision Pinterest, put pictures in the album on your phone, write them down, go on an open house tour. Go to an open house and walk through $1 million home. Walk through a $2 million home. If you're ever in San Diego, go out to Brian James's house. Swim in his infinity pool. Like, you've got to feel it. You got to experience it. And I promise you, if you go out there with intention that I'm going to live in a house like this, I'm going to achieve like this, I'm going to help this many people. I never ever are in the back office. We are the whole entire Rhino Squad, meaning everybody in our team, the whole community. We're right at about 10,000 people that have ordered ketones at one point or another. 4 years ago, if you would have told me you'd have 10,000 people experience ketones, I would have thought you were full of shit. Excuse my French, I'm throwing it out there. I didn't know it was possible, but like I just wake up every day with the intention of impacting somebody's life in a positive way. I wake up intentional. When I get on this Zoom, I get on with the intention that I'm going to rock your freaking world. I'm going to be the most energetic, fired up person. I'm going to deliver amazing content. And you guys are going to all go apply it, and we're going to rock and roll. But it's where your intention's at. And I didn't believe it until I experienced it. And now that I've experienced it, I'm going to turn it up a notch. That's why I went and I didn't test drive, but that's why I went and sat in the car and I felt it and smelled it and experienced it. Like, I didn't think that it was possible, but it's happening. So now I need to raise it a notch and then it'll happen. And I need to raise it a notch and it'll happen. Do you think that Mark Zuckerberg, when he was in his dorm room, thought he'd be one of the top 10 wealthiest people in the world? I think he's in the top 10. Steve Jobs, when they were building Apple computers in his garage, did he ever think he'd have the most cash wealthy company in the world? Like the brand, like I'm on an Apple computer. I got my Apple iPhone. I've got like the amount of people that experience Apple products. Like it's just fascinating. Like it's just, you got to focus your energy where you're going. But I could go on for hours and hours and hours. So what I'd like for you guys to do is I'd like for you to make a goal list of things you want to achieve and say it and speak it like it's already happening. Review it daily. Or a vision board or a vision Pinterest. Start looking at the things you want. Go get screenshots off of Google Images or off of Pinterest and put them in a photo album on your phone. So every morning when you wake up, you can swipe through it. That is your call to action today. Go start putting these visual things into your life. Whatever platform you want. If you want to sit down and glue stick and cut magazines and hang it on your wall, if you want to make a background for your phone, if you want a photo album, if you want a Pinterest board, if you want a list that you can read out loud every day and say them with excitement and enthusiasm like you already have them, that is your call to action. And if you feel inspired to, you don't have to, but share them with people. Share them with your spouse. Share them with your children. Share them with whoever. Share them with the person you coach with. Share them with me. If I don't know your goals, if I don't know where you're going, if I don't know what you want, I'm not going to be able to help you. I'm not going to be intentional at helping you hit your goals. So your goal is to create your vision of life, whatever it looks like, a list, a photo album, a Pinterest, an actual physical board, hang pictures up on your wall, write Post-it notes, whatever it is. Start getting these into your visual, whatever that part of your brain is, I don't even know. But start getting them visually into your head and then start going out with intention that every single 5 and 10 day experience, the person's going to have amazing results. They're going to feel superhuman. And I guarantee you'll see a shift in your business over the course of this 90 days, which we are on day 16. Today is day 16 of 90, guys. We have a lot of time. Most people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in 5 to 10 years. So 90 days is a flash in the pan. Go out there, be intentional, where your energy goes, where your focus. I always get that saying messed up. You know exactly what I'm trying to say. Focus and go after your goals with reckless abandon. That is all I have today. I will see you guys tomorrow at noon. I believe Kelly Couch is delivering tomorrow's training. Get your call to action out there. Get the replay shared. Make sure that your teammates are watching this and doing the same. As soon as this video processes, I will get it uploaded to the YouTube channel. Everybody have an awesome, blessed day. Rock and roll. Crush the ketone conversation. We will see you tomorrow.